So, I just want to talk really quickly about why I study my life. Just want to cover from the top of my head, really quickly, just one aspect out of, I don't know how many aspects of why I spend so much time trying to outline my life, try to write an autobiography and make videos about it. Why do I care so much about my own life and the details? Why am I living in the past, as some people might say? I'm not trying to live from what am I saying? I'm not trying to live in the past. Not necessarily, maybe not too much, maybe not too excessively, but I want to learn from the past. There may be different reasons why I do what I do, all the things that I do, everything that I do, all the different things that I do, a lot of different things that I do, projects and everything. We're not going to talk about everything that I do, except for, just want to briefly, mention one thing, just one thing out of the many things, many things, just one thing. Okay, so this one thing that I was thinking about of why I'm so obsessed about my life and looking at my life and trying to study. Oh, what year did you meet Tiffany Combo? As the Dead Wing Dork was like, why did he care? Why does he care? Why does he, or you can talk about anything else. You can talk about anything else, like, why does he care? Why does he care? Why does he care? It's a good question. It's a good question. A relevant question. Why does he care? Why does he care? Why does he care? And there's pros and cons between caring and not caring, and looking into the the details of all of it. And there's so many things I can say about it, about everything, about my life and what I do, what I don't do, and everything else. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. Except to say, here's what I'm gonna say in this video. This brief video from the top of my head. See, I'm not reading any notes or anything. I don't have a teleprompter, even though there's like glare on my eyes from the screen because I got a big screen. I'm not making this video off of like a little small monitor, and I'm actually I have this lunchbox that I have my camera sitting on. You want to see? Dr. Pepper, and then there's a screen. Oh, so it's like welcome to the Matrix. I'm always looking at a big screen because I attach my laptop to a TV. Okay, anyways, I'm wasting my time. Am I wasting my time? Oh no, good question. But I'm gonna try to say this really briefly. One of my thoughts on why I talk about my life is that I want my life to be a starting point, and I'm thinking, if I cannot look at my own life objectively, then how could I look at anything else objectively? You know, there's a big contrast between subjectivity and objectivity, and I believe in both, and I believe that our objectivity is the foundation to real truth. I believe in real absolute truth that's eternal and everything, but I also believe that our eyes are a little dirty and we cannot see through a glass. Cannot see through our glasses, we can't see everything, and therefore our perspective, our point of view is way too extremely subjective and relative. And so, you got SJWs and the leftists lost in subjectivity, but it doesn't hurt to try to understand their point of view, and that doesn't mean that the right is right or that the left is wrong. It's like I'm not trying to become political, but here's the point of the video. Okay, so the point of the video is I'm trying to navigate between subjectivity and objectivity within my own life as a starting point, and then therefore I can use that knowledge to apply it to recent history with geopolitical news and culture. I can try to look at that and try to understand what's happening nowadays in the last 20 years around the world and in America and in different countries. And I can look at that and think about all the kind of stuff that I see on TV, that I see on the internet, that I see on the news, and the good news, the fake news, the real news, all the alternative news, and the mainstream media, and the dinosaur media, and the good stuff, the bad stuff, and whatever you believe in, good or bad, politically, whatever, it doesn't matter, and it does matter, but it doesn't, but it does, but it does, does matter, it does matter, but it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It does and it doesn't. It's a paradox. I'm trying to tell you there's a paradox, and I'm doing this on purpose. I'm not saying that I'm crazy. I am definitely kind of retarded, like Alex Jones, kind of retarded. Who listen up by the under shirt. And here's what I want to say in this video, really briefly, from the top of my head. From the top of my head, here's what I'm trying to say. One of the reasons why I look at my life is because I'm trying to build some kind of navigation to help me by starting with something that I know. I know my life. So I can study my life and I can compare my point of view of my life with other people's point of view. And I can look at, okay, here's what people said about life in 92. And here's my own memories of 1992 in Oregon. And I can contrast and be like, okay, here's the subjectivity point of view of other people. Here's the subjective or relative point of view of myself, and from that year or from this year or from this one thing or this other thing. And it's a starting point, it's a foundation, and how am I supposed to understand anybody else if I can't understand myself? And how am I supposed to know what is real history and what is fake history if I don't even know what is real history and fake history from my own life? You know what I'm saying? Like that is a very critical precious thing to me, and out of all the reasons why I do what I do, that's part of it. And there's a lot to it and a lot of interconnecting webs to it, all of it. What I'm saying, like, things connect to other things. You gotta connect the dots. Gotta connect the dots and everything. And so things kind of interdepend on each other when we're talking about things. And like this thing and then that thing. It's like a big thing on your wall with all these, it's like you're trying to solve a murder mystery and you're like connecting. Bobby took a sandwich, and then over here it's like he went to the store, and then over here he climbed up a tree, and it's like, wait, how is that connected to this? And this is connected to that. And you have these strings that you're connecting one point to the other string to the other point, the one point to the other point to the other point, to this point to that point, and then you find a triangle and be like, well, it's the Bermuda Triangle. It's all connected. Oh my God, let's all go down the rabbit trail. I haven't even mentioned the theology online rabbit trail. You gotta make a video about that. I think that rabbit trail is interesting too. There's a lot of rabbit trails if you were to study my life. Not to say that you should. You can do whatever you want. If you want to study my life, turn me into a meme, knock yourself out, whatever you want to do, I don't care. I do care. I don't care. I do care. Doomcock. I do care. I'm Oatmeal. Whatever. Anyways, this video, very small, very incomplete. Just want to mention one thing, and this is only one thing. I probably want to say 100 other things. I'm serious about that. And I want to say this. I want to say that. I want to say this. I want to say that. I'm going to say more stuff. I'm going to tell you more why I do what I do. And I'm going to tell you what I do, and I do this thing, and I do that thing, and I'm serious about this. And you can kind of like Google my name. Don't Google my name, Oatmeal Joey Arnold. You can Google my name and like follow my blog and be like, whoa, what? He wrote this and he wrote that, and what does it mean? And then he wrote this thing and he wrote that thing, and then he made a video about this thing and he made a video about that thing. And don't watch my older videos, but I'm serious. Like, it's like, what's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? What is Oatmeal Joey Arnold doing? Joey Arnold, what's he doing? What's Cool Kid doing? What's Joe Cook doing? What's Ghetto Joe doing? What's Big Red Dog Mickey Moorhead doing? What's Billy Breaker doing? What's Roberto doing? What is this doing? What is it doing? It's like an it now. I'm like an it, but anyways, this video is gonna it's gonna end now soon, really soon. I swear to God. It's gonna end, but I just wanted to personify my thoughts. I probably could write it down. I do a lot for years now. I just write it down. But sometimes I need to just personify it in a video instead of just writing it down. But, you know, a lot of times I'm just writing it down instead of talking. But, you know, that's like if I write it down, I'd probably be done now. Guys, I just write it down like in 5 seconds. Like, boom, 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 done. But if I want to make a video about it, then I might talk about it for 10 minutes! 20 minutes, an hour, 5 hours, 10 hours. There's no limit until my voice becomes sore. Like, oh, making the oatmeal gay. You're making the oatmeal gay. You're making the oatmeal gay. You're making the freaking oatmeal gay. You gotta stop. I'm kind of retarded. You're making the freaking oatmeal gay. You gotta stop making the oatmeal gay. You gotta stop making the freaking Evan fucking gay. You're making the freaking oatmeal gay. Stop making the fucking oatmeal gay. You're making the oatmeal gay. You gotta stop making the oatmeal gay. You're making the fucking oatmeal gay. Stop making the fucking oatmeal gay. I'm losing my mind. You're making the oatmeal gay. He's not even gay. He's kind of retarded. I'm kind of retarded. I'm fucking retarded.